Good evening, everybody. Done with work. I ate dinner. I fed them dinner. And we're just diving in for the to-do list. So I have to ship some LuLaRoe. And then it's just figure out some stuff for some clients' vacations, do some LuLaRoe, do some laundry. Really, there's no updates about the Hawaii trip at this point. We'll imagine maybe we'll hear back from DVC on Monday, and then still waiting to hear from my parents. So I guess I should message them. And yeah, if we can't use our DVC points and my parents can't figure out anything with their timeshare, we may just move it to May, but we really don't want to. So we'll see what happens. Such a cute sleeping pup. Now, of course, she's not going to make the noises she was making before. I've just been watching A Million Little Things. So I feel like I'm in this waiting mode where waiting to hear back about when my second interview is for the job I've been interviewing for, waiting for DVC to get back to me, waiting for my parents to check their timeshares. And I'm a pretty impatient person, so to be waiting for this many things at once that are out of my control is not my favorite thing. But speaking of not favorite things, I thought I would start sharing some more stories from work without names, obviously. But because I really think it helps me to just vent. So for those that don't know, I'm doing COVID tracing kind of. And so basically I have a bunch of these locations that when somebody's sick, they send me their name and their information, what's going on. I call and interview them, and I decide how long they need to be out of work if they need to be out of work. And obviously you've heard my rants and raves the last couple weeks, months, I guess. And today this one really got under my skin. So it's a brother and a sister, and the sister is having lots of flu symptoms. And so, as we know, many flu symptoms are also COVID symptoms, and we need to treat them as such. So we had to exclude the symptomatic person for 10 days. Well, she lives with the brother that also works with her. So we have a policy where if somebody in the house is also symptomatic, we have to treat it like it's symptoms, right? So the brother has to be out too. And one of the managers of the location kind of came after me, like, we can't keep doing this to people, they can't financially do it, etc., 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 which I get it. Like, no one wants to be out of work, no one wants to be out of employees, but we are in the middle of a pandemic, and we actually use CDC guidelines, so it's kind of out of my hands. But even if said person that has flu symptoms has the flu and not COVID, those symptoms are still contagious. They shouldn't be working anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really frustrated. And on a personal note, I don't get paid for my temp job what I was getting paid for my job that I got laid off of. And if anyone understands what it's like to be out of work, it's me. I mean, I haven't had my regular job since April. So and these people don't know that, but super annoying. Like, I don't know. It's also selfish of me to be so annoyed by it, but it's just like, come on, people. That's my rant for the day. I don't know if it's interesting. I find it fascinating when people tell stories from work because then I know that I'm not the only person that deals with crazy. And I know not every job deals with with crazy, but you know, coming from a hospitality world, I love hearing horror stories about people dealing with weird things in restaurants and retail and travel, and so I appreciate a good work vent because you just learn a little bit more about people, good and bad, I guess. Side note, does anyone else watch A Million Little Things? The show is so good, and I don't normally do well with TV shows that have so many characters. I just get really confused. But this does such a good job. I'm just curious if this is a popular show, if I'm alone in watching it. Hey, Oso, you gonna tell Dad what happened today? It's like, no, I'm embarrassed. Hey, Dad, I tried to jump over the fence to go into the Lula room, and I jumped right into the box and I scared myself. He wants nothing to do with the box now. We use boxes so the animals can't get in the Lula room. Normally he can jump over, but not today.
Weird. So he tried to jump over
the fence.
Yeah.
And he jumped into the fence. Like head first.
Bro.
He kind of like shook his head. And then he sat there, and then I went to go try to pet him and he ran up the stairs. For the record, Oso only lets Duncan hold him at all. He's looking right at me. It's like, Mom, you let me run into the box. Only Duncan's allowed to hold the cat. He's so happy too.
Yeah. Prayers for days. Oh.
He's done now.
Ba ba ba. I forgot to do a sound effect. I'm here.
Maybe you should make like a Mario sound. Is there a Mario entrance sound?
Like a bloop 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 bloop.
Yeah.
Or like a doo 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 doo.
I kind of like that one.
Or like a dun dun dun. Dun dun
She
dun.
just kicked me.
Yeah.
She's not impressed.
It's fine.
But tomorrow is Monday. I really do love Mondays because nothing happens on the weekend. For me, because I work. Excuse me. Stop kicking me.
She wants her space.
By the way, I haven't updated about this in a while, but I am on my second book for my 2021 reading challenge, and I'm almost done, and it's only like 10 days into the new year.
What was this book?
Sharp Objects. The prompt was a book that nearly everybody has read but you.
Oh, got it.
Anyway.
For me, that would be every book. Thank you.
Anyway, everyone needs deadlines.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming to the show! What did he say?